doing it. 2 seconds. It's gonna be the NPCs again, but it's okay.
We're a tribe of warriors. In ancient times, we were responsible for patrolling and defending all of Natlan.
Oh! Wait, this area looks sick.
So Ochkan's still managing to sow discord, even after all these years.
If you want to resolve a
Tosca?
conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator.
What is that?
At this time and place, I'll bet the easiest person
Why
to
is
find
she
is...
flying on a gun?
His spirit has gotten lost and can't find its way back to his body.
Hey,
I just want to rescue
Ochkanatlan.
someone, and Granny won't let me.
Ooh, the Saurian?
500 years later, and it's resurfaced again.
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City.
Wait, this area looks insane.
As long as the soul is involved, I should be able to help.
Is the boss?
Be free!
Take me up!
The Magukenki? Why is the Magukenki here? Ooh! Oh, I see! It like changes into other
Time to say hello.
bosses.
Knock him down.
That gun is crazy.
It's either your end or mine!
Before the final moment truly arrives, we must fight harder than ever.
Oh my gosh, what is that? Guys, these areas look so cool. I'm so glad that Capitano is involved in this patch. What the heck? Also, look at St. Lolly. She looks so pretty. Even though she looks really sad, she looks really pretty. Look, look, look. Okay, also, let's get these codes going. 6ALMWAVKLK35. Oh, you guys got it already. W. Can we pin that? Thank you. W. Hey, YouTube. Okay, guys, so there is gonna be some lore this patch, which I'm hype about. I'm actually really hype about. And Capitano. Capitano still being involved in the story makes me happy. Makes me really happy. And the area looks really cool. It's very, very cool. He mentioned the Cinder City. Yeah. Like, tell me more, sir. Tell me more. New area? Yeah. It looked like multiple regions of a new area. Like, new areas, I mean. I know, who is this guy? Well, is this the soul that Ororon is trying to save in
Hey
this
travelers,
patch?
welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.2 special program. I'm Gabe from the Loke
Hey.
team.
And I'm Kai. We meet again.
Hey.
Whoa, a cuckoo-saur. Want to join us?
Hey,
Volume level's
don't be
okay, by the
shy.
way, guys.
Come out and say
Is
hello.
everything alright?
I'm not sure
the
what
new
that meant, but it was
saurians.
adorable.
We've seen the Cuckoosaurs already,
She
but the
approves of
other
your
one is the
compliment.
first time I've seen it.
Hey, I didn't know you
Like
could speak
in-game.
Saurian.
Oh, I can't. But I can make an educated
My
guess
day
based
is
on her
just
body
starting.
language.
Hopefully you guys are all having a good day,
Whoa,
though.
are all cuckoosaurs as friendly as this one?
Adult
This one
cuckoosaurs
is
are
just
usually
a
very proud
baby.
creatures, but there are always exceptions.
Well, since our cuckoosaur friend kicked things off for us, I know just the place to start. The Flower Feather Clan.
All right,
Let's
do
do it. Yeah.
Cuckoosaurs live among the Flower Feather Clan, which is suspended high above the mountains.
How high
This
we
is
talking?
a tribe of warriors, and most of their people can command the power of the skies. It was the Flower Feather Clan's ancient duty to patrol and
you see
safeguard the
Aoife's
entire
sign?
region of Natlan. As elite special forces, their job was to detect threats, disseminate intel,
Anti.
and quickly neutralize any
It
dangers
doesn't
to the
mean he's
nation.
wearing a flower's hat.
Though the
that
circumstances
area,
are different
I'm
now,
so
the
intrigued
tribe
by.
never forgot its origins. They still hold trials to assemble the fastest teams in the tribe. The trials test
he's
the pilot's skill
floating.
and teamwork with the Cuckoosaurs.
Oh, I'm so pumped about these cuckoosaurs.
Hey, Densio, good morning.
Yeah, Cuckoosaurs are the proudest out of all the Saurians. They know that they're the kings of the sky. Cuckoosaurs can consume phlogiston to climb higher or perform a
Oh.
horizontal roll in midair.
Hey, we're flying,
Holding
guys.
the sprint button allows them to enter an accelerated glide state after a horizontal roll.
We're
In
so
addition, they can even use phlogiston wind tunnels to
flying, you know what I'm
quickly
saying?
cover great distances.
The area's giving
so I'm
Conria
assuming
comes.
that
True.
cuckoosaurs are
I'm down.
really hard to tame.
Yeah, that's true. You need to prove yourself in some worthwhile feat, like demonstrating exceptional archery skill during flight. That's the only way to become a true Cuckoosaur rider.
Wow,
What?
that's so strict.
Yeah, tell me about it. But okay, now that we've got a glimpse of the Flower Feather clan, it's time for a quiz.
What? Already?
Yep, I hope you're prepared. Every tribe in that land has a unique way of communicating with their Saurian companions. The members of the Flower Feather clan use a special item to summon their Cucusaurs.
Is this multiple
What
choice?
is that item?
It's not multiple
a
choice?
basket filled with their favorite foods?
Here's a hint. We just saw the answer in the previous video.
Oh, I remember now. Horn.
Ding ding ding!
Guys, it's 7
Cucusaurs
a.m. I
live
can't
far
do
from
it.
the tribe and from each other. So in order to summon them, the tribe's people use whistles and horns to produce loud noises. So there's your overview of
Okay.
Cucusaurs. Maybe they sound a little unapproachable compared to other Saurians, but don't worry, travelers. If you get into a tough situation, then Chaska, the Flower Feather clan's expert peacemaker,
Hey.
can help mediate the conflict.
Dude, I can't believe she
Teenage
flies on a
mentioned
gun.
that her method of mediation is silencing both parties. Is that true?
Well, that's only in special
That's
cases.
kind of wild.
Most of the time, Chaska barely needs to intervene. Everyone knows what she's capable of, so people usually find a way to set aside their differences when she shows up.
Oh, I like this little song
so
they got
she
going
doesn't
on.
just handle conflicts between humans and Saurians. She keeps the peace between people, too.
Exactly. Chaska was corrupted by
interesting role
abyssal
to
power
have.
as a child, so she has a strong compulsion to fight, but she knows how to rein it in.
Right. I heard that she was abandoned as a baby. It seems like she's been through a lot.
Yeah, but luckily for her, the Cucusaurs
getting
took her in
flashbacks to
and
the
raised her
Archon
as one
quest
of
right
their
now.
own. In addition to hunting and flying, Chaska gained a lot of unique combat experience from her Saurian childhood. When Chaska is in your party, defeating monsters will restore phlogiston to your party. While she's in the Night Soul's Blessing state, Chaska can ride and control her gun like a Cucusaur.
That's
The
crazy.
Soul Sniper doesn't just increase her movement speed and resistance to interruption, it also allows her to get a better angle on her enemies.
I'm sorry,
Wow,
that's sick,
that
but also
midair
why is she
perspective
flying on a
so
gun?
cool. It seems so liberating.
Yeah, and Chaska's fierce when she's in the zone. In the Night Soul's Blessing state, Chaska's normal attacks deal animo damage to enemies in front of her. Unleashing a charged attack in this state will cause Chaska to enter a special aiming mode. This
What
allows
the
her
heck?
to lock onto a set number of enemies within range.
Guys,
and
don't-
fire up
don't
to 6
uninstall
Shadow
Valorant. We
Hunt
need to
shells,
practice.
which deal animo damage upon impact. In addition, for every pyro, hydro, cryo, or
Such a little
electro
coffee cup,
character
it's
in your
espresso.
party, one of Chaska's Shadow Hunt shells will undergo an elemental conversion to deal the corresponding type of elemental damage.
Whoa, no
Oh.
way. So Chaska can directly deal other types of elemental damage based on the characters in her party. And since
That's
she's
kinda
an animal
cool.
character, she can swirl them at the same time. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know, right? Her elemental burst has a similar function too.
Bro,
Chaska
look at her on
fires
the
a
freaking
gale-splitting
gun.
Soul Seeker shell during her burst, which deals animo damage. The attack then splits into 6 Soul Seeker shells, which continue to attack nearby enemies. These shells can
Oh,
also
shit, her
undergo
animation looks pretty
elemental
cool,
conversions.
actually.
That's so
Okay,
cool.
so she basically
no wonder
does
she's one of
other
the
damage that
strongest
isn't animo
warriors in her
damage.
tribe.
Speaking of her tribe, the warriors from the Flower Feather clan are formidable for sure, but
I guess
we
this is
should
why they're
also shed some
buffing
light on
other
those who
elemental
aren't as skilled.
reactions,
Oh,
low
are
key.
you talking about the wingless? That's what the tribe calls people who fail the flight trials, right? They're the
The
challengers
wingless?
who fail to earn the recognition of
Hey
the
guys,
Cucusaur.
good morning.
Exactly. But the name doesn't indicate that those people are weak or deserve to be cast aside. The Flower Feather
Yes.
clan has its own definition of strength.
Bro, the wingless
There's a
sounds so
tacit
sad though.
understanding that the wingless are supposed to be protected until they can fly by themselves. But that assumption is challenged in
Wingless
Tribal Chronicles
behavior.
Tlalocan. Someone will dare to ask,
I'm hyped for
what
this
if you
this
didn't
tribal
need a
quest.
Cucusaur to fly?
They've been really
If
good
you
so
could
far.
change the rules, then maybe there wouldn't be any wingless to begin with. Now, whether that's the right path is for us to discover. Chaska will also be there to help us find the answer. So, be sure to
Slay.
check out Chaska's Tribal Chronicle if you're interested in what happens.
Is there anything else that you can tell us?
Remember how I mentioned that Chaska was raised by Cucusaurs?
Yeah, tell us about it.
Her Saurian mother will make an appearance in this quest.
Oh,
Even though she's joined
cute.
human society, Chaska still goes to visit her Saurian mother on occasion, especially
That's
when she
kinda
needs some
crazy.
help with a tough situation.
Oh, so Cheska still has the
Cheska's
soft
so
side,
pretty.
even though she's a
Imagine not
fearsome
being able to
warrior.
fly a gun. I'm
Definitely.
saying, like.
The Flower Feather Clan is also the setting for the Archon Quest Chapter 5 interlude. All fires fuel the
interlude.
flame. The tribe is facing a crisis, and they'll need the travelers' help to find a solution.
What kind of
Wait, so
crisis?
we are getting an Archon
the
Quest
Flower Feather
interlude.
Clan suffered the worst of the abyssal contamination during the battle in version 5.1. It's not just the human body that can't withstand high concentrations of abyssal power. For most people, it also damages the mind. Many members of the Flower
Dang.
Feather Clan are suffering from the mental repercussions of the abyss, and the tribe is in desperate
Whoa,
need
this
of aid.
NPC looks crazy.
Yansan will be there too. After rebuilding her own tribe, the Collective of Plenty, she's traveling around Natlan to help those in need.
The people of
I love
Natlan really
Janssen.
value unity, don't they? No one fights alone.
Hey,
That's one
Almax,
of my
welcome
favorite
in.
things
How we
about
doing?
Natlan. Oh,
This whole
wait.
nation has PTSD.
It looks like the
Understandable.
captain will also be there.
Hey,
Yes, the
Capitano.
captain will also offer help to the tribe. You may pick up on some interesting information if you pay close attention to what he has to say. The captain rarely
will
gives
be.
away too much information in his regular interactions.
But we're having
but
a chat.
his secrecy here seems a little peculiar. So keep an eye out. But of course, restoring Natlan's fighting spirit remains the top priority. After all, the war isn't over
I'm
yet.
good,
The
Almax.
abyssal
Don't get in trouble.
contamination
Hey,
is still
Taiga.
around, and we have a very important battle ahead. Natlan needs mental fortitude more than ever
Yo,
before.
I'm scared for
Flower
the
Feather Clan is
5.3
pretty
quest.
close to the Masters of the Night Wind, where
Janssen
the
went, true.
Ictomosaurs live. That tribe could be another good place to recover from the battle.
Oh yeah, let's check it out.
Let's check
If
it
you
out.
head west from the Stadium of the
Bro,
Sacred
look at
Flame
that.
and
That
go
looks
past the
so
towering
cool.
walls, you eventually arrive at the settlement of the mysterious Masters of the Night Wind.
Oh my gosh,
The
I
tribal
love how their
settlement
tribe
offers
looks.
a unique glowing landscape at night.
Morning,
If you
Chris.
venture even further, then you
I
might
don't-
encounter the tribe's
Saurians
Wat
are cute.
Ictonosaur Elder, or one of the many shamans who can
Guys,
communicate
if you had
with
to pick a
spirits.
tribe to be in, which
I
one would
even
you
heard
pick?
that
I think
the
this would
witch
be
doctors
mine.
who live there can help
Low-key.
cleanse your spirit.
Oh.
Plus, the graffiti art is really incredible. In fact, there's something special about this one. Can you figure it out, travelers? It's kind of tricky, right?
Stop, it's
well,
7
don't
a.m.
worry. The
Looks like a bird.
Ictomosaurs can help us out. Ictomosaurs are known for their wisdom. They can use their unique sight
look
to
cool.
detect things that can't be seen through normal mains.
Whoa, okay.
Right. Ictomosaurs are especially skilled at detecting ley lines and phlogiston. They can absorb power from phlogiston objects to enhance their abilities. Doing so allows them to jump
Wait, I
higher,
like how they
move
jump.
faster, or even obtain surprising rewards. Ictomosaurs can also extract information from graffiti art to create special objects.
Whoa!
I bet
Wait, that's
that'll come
kinda
in handy for solving
cool.
puzzles.
Definitely, especially in Tribal Chronicles Mictlan, which will become available in version 5.2. The
I'm
first
hyped.
2 acts feature a lot of intriguing puzzles.
Wait, so are we
be
not
sure
getting
to
Act
check
3?
them out, travelers.
I'm
Some
guessing
of them
Act 3 will be
require the
Siglali
help
then,
of an
right?
Ictomosaur, and others can be solved on your own.
I noticed that Ictomosaurs can perform fast-paced jumps when they have enough phlogiston, and it
There's
looks
gonna be
like
an
so much
interlude
fun.
in 5.2.
Do we know anyone who can use that ability? Besides the new Saurian, I mean.
Yes,
Auroron.
Auroron can do it too.
Good morning,
Like the
Tones.
Ictomosaurs, Auroron has the ability to rise into the air. He also has a keen sense of perception. While charging an aimed shot,
Is he
Auroron will
charge-
enter the spirit
He's
speaker
charging his bow
state,
in the
allowing
air?
him to extract power from Natlan's graffiti and runes.
Speaking of Auroron, I was honestly super surprised by his personality. Before the 5.1 Archon quest, I thought that he looked like a stern, stoic, and harsh type of character. But as it turns out, he's just a sweet kid.
Yeah, it's kind of unexpected, right?
Can we talk about
Is
it?
he really that sweet, though? Just to think about all the sneaking around behind his granny's back.
Ah,
Truly,
true.
well, we could do that
The
too.
tribespeople
Definitely
of
the
the Masters of the Night
Ictomosaur
Wind are
stuff, at
known
least.
for being eccentric. But Auroron really takes it to the next level.
Yeah, it sounds like he does things his own way. I wonder if that extends to his combat abilities.
It does.
His design's starting to
Auroron
grow
is
on me a
bit
little
different
bit.
from the Natlan characters.
But I
with
still don't
Nat
like
Souls.
his pants.
He doesn't
his
need
outfit.
to depend on the Night Soul's blessing state to gain
Oh,
Night
look
Soul
at his
points, and he
idol.
can maintain
That's
the Night Soul's
cute.
blessing state even while he's off field.
Ah, that does sound different
Oh.
from the other Natlan characters. So how do his abilities work?
Let me start by explaining how Auroron gains Night Soul points. This can happen in multiple ways. For example, Auroron can gain Night Soul points when one of his party members triggers a Night Soul burst. He can also gain them when other party members deal Hydro or Electro attacks to enemies
Electro charge
after
focus?
Auroron unleashes his elemental skill.
Oh, then it sounds like he works well with Hydro and Electro characters.
This is why they're buffing
And
reactions.
in combat, when enemies take
Low-key, I'm
damage
down.
from electro-charged reactions, or other party members deal Night Soul-aligned damage, Auroron can consume Night Soul points to enter the Night Soul's blessing state and trigger the Hypersense effect, dealing
Hypersense.
electro damage.
Oh, I see. So you need to pair him with the right characters if you want him to gain Night Soul points, enter the Night Soul's blessing state, and trigger the effect.
Exactly.
Bro, he looks sick.
Though
I'm not
I should
gonna
mention
lie.
that Auroron doesn't need to be on the field to trigger the Hypersense effect.
Wait, he can trigger it even while he's off-field? That sounds really useful.
Totally.
Bro.
His elemental burst provides a convenient way to deal damage and
Look at his
support your
burst.
party. Auroron
Looks pretty
performs
cool.
an ancient reach roll with his burst to summon a supersonic
That has me fucked
Oculus,
up. Him
which
just going in
taunts
the air like
nearby
that?
enemies to draw them in. Once they're up close,
Oh, it's a
the
taunt
Oculus
too.
releases a sound wave to deal damage.
That should be great for crowd control.
Yes.
Oh
with
my god, he
Auroron
looks like
in
a
your
bat.
Party, dealing with large groups of enemies should be a lot easier. And
I like the
speaking of
taunt.
making things easier, Auroron can also improve the exploration experience by boosting the gliding speed of your characters.
I'm down.
Awesome.
Auroron
Guys, he looks
really
sick,
cherishes his
low-key.
friends. With a little teamwork on his side, I'm sure
I'm kinda hyped
victory
for
will
him.
always be within reach.
I think I'm gonna pull for him and Chaska.
So we introduced two of the upcoming regions in this update. The Flower
talk
Feather
about
Clan and
it.
the Masters of the Nightwind. But there's more. Version 5.2 actually introduces another new region.
Guys, I
It's
want to
called
read this later.
Ochkanatlan.
This sounds really
I
interesting.
think we caught a glimpse of this ancient city when we
Ochkanatlan!
were looking
Why am
at
I
the
actually
Flower
hyped?
Feather Clan. It's really beautiful from far away, but those
fucking
clouds
terrifying.
look kind of ominous. It looks completely abandoned. Is it dangerous?
Yes. This is a restricted
Oh my God, the
area
music?
in
You
that
guys
land
hear
due
this?
to its severe abyssal contamination, and it seems uninhabited. Over the years, many adventurers have come here in search of treasure or to slay the dragon. Unfortunately, none of them have ever returned.
Let's
The
pull up.
Flower Feather Clan often sends riders to patrol the area and to prevent people from getting too close.
Wait, did you say slay the dragon?
Yeah, I know we introduced some adorable saurians earlier, but this creature is actually really terrifying.
Oh
It
shit.
occupies this ancient city and guards it fiercely. If it
Wait,
detects
this
an
is
intruder, then it will attack without hesitation.
And you know I'll be
Okay,
losing my
that's
mind while this is
pretty
happening.
concerning.
It's easy to take human-saurian coexistence for granted these days, but it actually
up the
took
map,
generations
bro.
of effort to reach this point. This relationship wasn't nearly
Look
so
at the hilly
harmonious
trails
in
on
the
the ground
ancient
too.
past. Travelers will need to explore Ochkanatlan to uncover
Ooh,
the
I'm
reason
intrigued.
behind
I'm
this
so
dragon's
intrigued by that
rampage.
mural.
Of course, travelers won't have to do this alone. Here, take a look.
Guessing this is not going to be voiced.
Oh, what's that?
This is a very important companion who will help us explore Ochkanatlan.
Oh!
His name is Kokoweek. As for his power, well, why don't you take a guess?
Okay,
He's
is
such
he
a
our
baby!
moral support? You know, maybe he could make a cute noise every now and then to cheer us up.
Hey, let's not put our
cute.
Capetlosaur friend out of a job. Little one works really hard.
Okay.
Aww,
Then I've
talking
got
about
nothing.
Goob.
Remember how I mentioned that Ochkanatlan is heavily corroded by the abyss?
Yes.
Well, that's where Kokoweek comes in. We can use his power to
Kokoweek!
clear abyssal contamination. Follow the direction indicated by his light to collect
at him
secret source
flying.
scraps and enhance his power. Once
Wait.
Kokoweek has enough power,
Changes colors.
you can take him to track down the evil dragon.
What a useful little guy.
Yo, look at him go.
I know, right? Now, travelers
Dragon
can
of the
explore
city of
Ochkanatlan
flowing
with
ash.
two companions, Kokoweek and Little One. In fact, I've heard there's even a special token around here
It's
that can
Traveler on
enable Little One
steroids.
to traverse a volcano.
Hmm.
A new adventure with Little One awaits in version 5.2. This
Okay,
update will bring
new
us
Saurian
one step
quest.
closer to uncovering the mysteries of Little One's past.
I'm hyped.
Familiar Saurian companions can also help us explore Ochkanatlan. For example, with the help of a Kaholasaur, we can evade source mechanism attacks. With the help of an
Oh, God.
Iktomisaur, we can solve certain puzzles. With the help
Looks
of a
fun, but
Gukusaur,
also
we might
kinda
even be
crazy.
able to chase down the evil dragon. But we'll leave the rest for you to discover,
I'm
travelers.
really intrigued
Wait,
about this
are
dragon.
those some kind of lava fish? Does this mean we can fish in Netland?
It looks
Yes,
like it.
but I've got
Our
some friendly
friendship
advice,
always.
travelers. You should be very careful while exploring Ochkanatlan. Some
Nah.
of the abyssal monsters here can distort
Let's
their
not be
appearance
careful,
to mimic
let's charge
powerful
head in.
enemies. High-level monsters such as the Tenebrous Papilla can mimic even stronger
Tenebrous
enemies.
Papilla.
Huh? It looks like these monsters take the form of plants outside of combat.
Yep, that's true. The Abyss has corroded Natlan's ley lines, allowing these monsters to read the memories inside of them
So it
and
changes
mimic
into
creatures
other-
from Tevat.
How do
It
we
changes
defeat
into
them?
other bosses.
Travelers will need to use elemental attacks to break the enemy's protective void wards. Doing so allows them to take damage.
How much
and
you wanna
causes
bet one
them
of
to
Chaska's
enter a brief
constellations
state of
makes the charge
confusion.
faster
Night
on
Soul
her
aligned
skill
elemental
there.
attacks are especially effective against these wards.
Wow, the Abyss has gotten so
Low-key
advanced.
evil
It's
Irisol for
scary to
real.
think about how much harder these fights will get if these abyssal monsters continue to evolve.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a lot of information to take in at once. But before
you
we
guys
take
killed
our
it.
first break, we still have a couple of short announcements. Really short,
Okay.
I promise. First up, limited time exploration rewards will be available in version 5.2. Just
Okay.
like in version 5.1, travelers can earn up to 400 extra Primo Gems.
I'll take
And the
it.
rewards will be available all the way through version 5.3. It's now time to introduce the event wishes. In the first half of version 5.2, travelers can look
Auroron?
forward to event wishes from Chaska and Lenny. Auroron will
I
also
think-
receive a drop rate boost.
Oh yeah, he's on
And in the
Chaska's.
second half
I'm
of
pulling.
version 5.2, we'll
Jean
have
Lee and
returning event
Nuvillette on
wishes
the
for
same
Zhongli
half?
and Nuvillette. The weapon banner will feature
Yo,
a
that's
new
the dragon
5-star
half.
bow, Astro Vulture's Crimson Plumage,
Her
and
bow
2
looks pretty
new
cool.
Netland-specific 4-star weapons. Be sure to
Ooh,
check
the
them
4 stars
out
look
if
good
you're
too.
interested.
All right, it's time for our first break. Once we come back, we'll dive right into the event portion.
Slay. Okay, guys. Get your codes. Wait, is somebody gonna write them down for me like last time? Appreciate y'all. Is this a sign that they'll meet? I freaking wish. I really wish. But Zhongli and Nuvillette on half is like low-key kind of funny. To be honest. Thanks, Dark. I think I'm gonna have to pull for Chaska and Auroron. I'm not even gonna lie, Chaska just makes me laugh a lot. Like the whole gun thing. Wait a minute. I wasn't looking at the little... Sorry, I just mid-thought had to drop everything because look at how fucking cute this guy is. I'm gonna start crying. They said reruns are related to the story and I'm gonna throw up because I'm so hyped for that. That's true. I'm down as fuck. If they meet, I'll start crying. If Nuvillette and Zhongli meet, I'll start crying in real time.
Welcome back, travelers.
These little guys
Welcome
are
back.
so cute.
Let's dive straight into
Oh,
the
look at the
event
weapon,
section.
the 4-star
So in the first
weapon.
event, we'll get to
Stop,
learn more about
Bijou.
the Masters of the Nightwind.
Where is
That's
Shenhe?
right.
Dead
in
in
the
a
version
ditch.
5.2 event, Ikitomi Spirit-Seeking Scrolls, travelers will team up with Citlali
Weapon
and
looks super
Auroron to get to
cool.
the bottom of a mysterious accident that occurred within their tribe.
Travelers will need to complete combat challenges to defeat enemies who try to disrupt the
I
ritual.
love a combat
They'll also need
challenge.
to reconstruct scenes from the tribe's woven scrolls and gather lost spirits scattered throughout the region. Travelers will only be able to uncover the truth if they collect all the clues. But don't worry, there are also various rewards to earn along the way, including Primo Gems.
Ooh, I really like the
Yay!
vibe
Ooh,
of
look
this
at the
event.
UI.
It looks like Citlali is performing some kind of ritual.
Bro,
It's
Citlali is
also
so
mysterious.
When a situation gets tough, it's Granny to the rescue.
I really fuck with her vibe.
Definitely.
Citlali and Auroron have some really fun dialogue in this event.
I'm
I'm
always
sure they
grabbing the
do.
popcorn whenever these two interact. They're
So
practically a two-person show. And speaking of fun, let's get into the event gameplay. First up is the Search for Lost Spirits minigame. Travelers will have to work together to
Wait, they're
herd the
kinda cute.
scattered roaming spirits into specific zones to earn points. Pay attention to the conditions on the field if you want a higher score. For example, travelers can jump on stone slabs that appear on the field. These slabs will
Ooh.
break open and
They got
release
colorful
even more
ones.
spirits.
Look at the way they move, the way
Storms
that they
may
hop
also
is
appear during
adorable.
the game. You can track down spirits more effectively if you pay attention to the direction of the storms.
In Evil
The
Banisher, travelers will need to select the right
event,
teams
like
to complete
Seat
the
and Ororon, will
objectives.
probably be
Completing
voiced
all of
because
the
they're
objectives will
not
award
in
you
the.
Banishing
I don't
Aura,
think they're
which
part of the
allows you
studio
to
that's
deal
striking.
AoE damage by spraying paint at enemies.
That paint really matches the Masters of the Night Wind's
Because they were
aesthetic.
still there for the Art
It's
Conquest.
super
At least
cool.
that's my
Yeah,
assumption.
and so does the Spirit Loom in restoring fragmented records. Sitlali will use her powers to reveal special fragments. Travelers will need to piece these fragments together and
you have
assemble
to
them
get it on
a
the right
woven
layer
scroll.
too.
Make sure that you pay attention to the order and positions of the fragments. Oh, there's something else that we should mention.
I like the way
Travelers
this
can
sword
obtain
looks.
a new 4-star sword by
Calamity
completing
of
this event.
Eshu. I can't wait to read
The
that lore.
design definitely fits the Masters of the Night Wind. It looks
It
like some
does.
kind of ceremonial artifact.
I totally agree. Oh, and this event
Yeah,
will
I
allow
think
travelers
they're
to learn
swapping
more
them
about
out of
Natlan's
Formosa
secrets.
Fae, I
For
think,
example,
is what
this
I've heard.
quest will reveal new clues about a mysterious and legendary place, the Mare Javari.
Wow, we've been hearing about this place
Mare
since
Javari
Mondstadt.
mentioned! I just got
It'll
chills.
be nice to get some new information. On a
I'm
related
freaking
note,
hype.
the Adventurers Guild has prepared
I
a
actually
new
just got
trial for
chills.
its members. Active adventurers have been invited to take on the challenge, including the Traveler.
Show us it. You
Travelers
won't.
will need to complete various challenges with designated characters and
Oh,
fully
heart.
leverage their skills to earn rewards. I know you're up to the challenge,
Yo, you missed
Travelers.
one.
Good luck.
In Mondstadt-related news, the Knights of Favonius are conducting a war game to improve security tactics in the region. And who better
See,
to
this is
test
so
these
interesting.
tactics than the honorary
I feel like
knight?
this is
Be sure to pay
foreshadowing.
close attention to the game, since the format
Mondstadt
has
increasing
changed
their
to this time.
military.
Travelers will need to select combat units and stratagems to deploy against the opposing formation. Once the
Sus.
lineup is set, the monsters will fight automatically. Available combat units and stratagems are completely random, just to build some unpredictability into the wargame. The chances of encountering elite combat units increases as the wargame progresses.
Baron's making up true.
Even more elite monsters will be available for travelers
I'm
to
just
use.
like,
It's a volatile
let's see
environment. So do your best to win as many rounds as possible, earn wargame medals, and collect the rewards.
I like the
Alright,
POV
let's
for this
keep the
one.
excitement rolling in this next event. We actually have a demo, so please take a look.
Oh, looks like they're selecting
TCG?
tactics. Double damage? That sounds powerful. Whoa,
Guys, I haven't
it's
played
automated.
TCG in so long.
Cool. The elemental reaction effects are completely different.
This brand
they?
new heated battle mode is called Automatic Artistry. Powerful support cards have been added for nearly every elemental reaction. Choose cards that align with your strategies to trigger powerful elemental reactions. The effects will change depending on how you play. In addition, the overall gameplay is very laid back. Characters will automatically duel each other, and skill animations are now shorter in length.
Wow, it's like we got a whole new Genius Invocation TCG after coming back from Natlan. Talk about whiplash.
That's right. Even if you've never played Genius Invocation before, I really recommend checking out this new gameplay mode in version
Autoplay.
5.2. The new version will also bring a few updates
Yeah,
to
true,
regular
Kai.
Genius Invocation TCG.
Very true. Oh,
Do
look
you
at the
ever feel a
Siege
little
Ring
cooped
cards.
up while you're
Looks
playing
so
card
cute.
games? Well, don't worry about that. Our next event will give travelers the opportunity to enjoy the great outdoors. In Claw Convoy, travelers will need to help Lamia track down some adopted animals. Travelers will be
Let
able
me
to
adopt.
see the animal's point of view by using a special tool. Once you've
We've had
managed to
this
deduce
before,
their
right?
location, you'll be able to track them down. Once the animals are safe and sound, travelers will receive a gift from the mysterious figure who adopted them. I feel like Ororon would really shine in this event.
Look at how
He's
cute the
definitely
little
an animal
hoot-top
lover.
thing is.
I can see that. I'm sure that he would jump at the chance to meet animals from other
I want that as
nations.
furniture in the teapot.
Finally, the Leyline Overflow event will return
Slay,
in version
Leyline
5.2.
Overflow.
If you need Mora or character EXP materials, then keep an eye out.
Alright, let's dive into some updates and game optimizations. First up is the change to the Imaginarium Theater. Previously, travelers would be returned
It
to the
is giving
theater lobby
Sparkle Doll,
after
it's
completing
true.
a challenge and have to reopen the Fantasia Tome to continue. Travelers
thanks.
provided
I
feedback
was thinking
that
about
this
that the other
setup
day.
interrupted their experience. So,
was literally
this will
thinking
no
about that
longer be the
yesterday.
case in version 5.2. Now, after
'Cause it
finishing
felt
a battle,
unnecessary.
all you need to do is click Next Act if you want to keep fighting.
Nice. Travelers can now enjoy the thrill of combat without any interruptions.
And for all the generous travelers who like to configure supports for their friends, a supporting caster record has been added in the new update.
Oh,
You can
yeah?
now check which friends have borrowed your supports by looking at the supporting
Oh wait,
past
this is
the
a little
screen.
preview of what
Cool.
the next imaginary
It'll be nice
theater
to
is
know
going
that
to
our
be.
supports
Hydro,
are helping
Electro,
people out.
Animo.
Yup. Oh, and the party configuration mechanic has also been optimized. Besides the elemental filtering, the Imaginarium Theater will now feature recommended row icons, elemental statistics, and markers for the main types of enemies.
That is
Oh.
so helpful.
Cool.
I'll occasionally put together a random team if I've just started experimenting with some characters, but this information should make it a
Bijou,
lot
have a good
easier
day
to
at
form
work.
strategic teams.
These markers will display key information on how to counter enemies, but in a much more prominent position. Hopefully, this change
No
will
more
make it
fuck it, we
easier
ball?
for travelers to form the best teams.
Yes. Now we can directly see which elements work best against specific enemies. That's definitely going to save some time.
For sure. And we can expect even
Oh, shit,
more
the opening characters
optimizations
too,
in the
true.
future as travelers continue to provide valuable
True, true.
feedback about their experiences. Okay, let's introduce the other system optimizations coming
Some of
in
this stuff
version
they put in the
5.2.
dev notes,
You
right?
can outsort 5-star artifacts in your inventory
This would
based
be
on when
nice.
you obtained them, from the most recent
would be
to the
super
oldest. Second, the animations for crafting materials, forging weapons, building furniture, and
It's
cooking
shorter,
dishes are now
less,
shorter in length.
Bless.
That's really nice. The dev team designed a lot of intricate
Needed.
animations for these features, but it can feel a bit frustrating when you have to watch them over
Dude,
and
I'm
over again.
spamming
There will
every
also
time.
be several optimizations for the Serena teapot. The seed dispensary can now hold more of every type of seed. You'll be able to purchase wood at the Realm Depot in exchange
Artifact
for
loadout,
Realm
I'm still
currency.
waiting for.
In addition, the cooldown
holding
for the
out
boon
hope.
of the Elder Tree will be reduced to 5 seconds. This way, it will be easier for travelers to collect wood.
Awesome.
Oh.
I've been meaning to use some cool replicas in my Serena teapot, but
haven't
I'm
used that in
always short on wood.
ages.
So this should be really helpful.
Nice! I'm so excited for you! Oh, and optimizations have been made to artifact locking. The updated lock assistance interface will allow you to configure lock settings with a single click. Just hit Use Recommended Settings and you're set. The recommended set lock plans will even update automatically based on popular in-game configurations.
Oh yeah?
Of course, if you have your own ideas in mind, then you can always disable the recommended plans to configure
How
custom
accurate
ones
do you think
instead.
this is, you
The
guys?
update also allows you to batch lock artifacts in your inventory based on the recommended general lock plan and set lock plans. This will make it much faster to organize your inventory.
I don't trust
In addition,
it.
a shortcut button that navigates to the lock assistance interface will be added to the artifact domain challenge screen and the artifact acquisition screen. This
Huh.
should make it easier for travelers to configure their locking rules whenever they want. A star feature will also be added next to the
You can
lock button
customize it,
on
though.
each artifact. Travelers can use this feature to mark their favorite artifacts and filter by stars to
To
quickly
be honest,
track them
guys,
down.
I will probably
Finally,
star
treasure
artifacts
compasses will
when
now
I'm
be able
switching
to
them on a
locate
character
even
so
more
that I
treasure
remember.
locations, including
Low-key.
Sealies
This
and time
is
trial
super
challenges.
nice, though.
A quick swap feature will also be added for treasure compasses
And
and,
the quick,
Oculus
the quick
resonance
swap
stones.
as well, I really like.
Enabling this feature
These
will
two
allow travelers
Ws.
to more easily use these devices across regions. The feature will automatically switch to the compass or stone that corresponds to your location in the
I'll
game.
take it.
Awesome.
Be sure to check out
But
future
I'm hype
announcements
about
for more
the
details on
compass
version
going for
5.2
challenges and
optimizations.
series.
All right, that was a lot of info, so this seems like a good time for our second break.
It's time for the third redemption code.
Third and last redemption code. Wow, this Chaska art is so pretty. She's so cool. I'm not gonna lie. I can't believe she freaking... I'm so sorry. I can't believe she flies on a gun, guys. I can't get over it. I actually can't get over it. Bringing up Koichi is crazy, by the way. Oh, the music is really good. Thank you, Dark. It's pretty. It's a vibe. Mr. Banner, what is it? It's... Wait, you know, I forget the first one. Chaska and somebody. Second half is Nuvula and Chaska and Linny. Yeah, thank you. Ororon on Chaska's banner, and then Nuvula and Zhongli second half. Thank you, Dark. New map. I think Ochkanatlan is what I'm most excited for.
Welcome back, travelers. What else do we have on the
It looks
agenda, Gabe?
insane.
We have some very exciting news to share. After the version update on November 20th, Travelers will be able to play
12
Genshin
days?
Impact on the Xbox Series X and
Xbox
S.
players, where you
Log
at?
into Genshin Impact on Xbox Series X and S consoles
do-
to receive the
NPCs
Wind
did
Glider
better
Wings of
this time
Fate's
around, I
Course
agree.
Intertwined. Additionally, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members can play Genshin Impact
Yeah, I
via
just think
cloud
it's funny,
gaming.
Taiga.
They'll also find extra rewards in their in-game mailbox.
Awesome.
All right,
right, we should
that
get
should
drip
be
marketing,
everything.
like,
That
next
means
week?
that we've
No, the week
reached the
after.
end of the special program. Is
GG's,
there
brothers.
anything that you want to say before we go, Kai?
Yes, I'm really looking forward to all the new characters. Chaska and her weapons seem really incredible. I'd love to see how her travel chronicle unfolds because she has such an amazing personality. And Auroran seems like a very layered character. The storytelling is definitely going to shine. What about you, Gabe?
Yeah, I'm just so excited for players to experience more of the Natlan storyline.
Me
and
too.
We have so much to explore
Switch
this
when,
time.
that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
2 new
Switch
tribes
to
and a
Copium.
new area as well. And one thing I've always loved about Genshin Impact is how it's multi-platform. Like, I'm always logging in on
But
different
where's the
devices
Switch?
depending on where I am. So it's just
Can
exciting to
Chalka
see
C6
another
be
platform
broken?
become
I would
available
hope
for
so
everyone.
if it's a C6.
And yeah, on that note,
Switch and Genshin
I hope you
Impact.
have fun with the new version, travelers.
Bye.
Thank you, brothers.
Bye.
Peace and love. Prefer if streams are like this? This one was much better than last time, but maybe it's just because I was expecting it and like I knew more of what to expect, I guess. This art is so pretty. She looks so good. Short and sweet, yeah. Switch released in 2026 and free Ica for AR42 players. Guys, all in all, I'm excited the most for Ochkanatlan. That area, the lore that's there, the stuff that Capitano is gonna tell us, and Mare Javari. 5.2 looks good though. I'm excited.